Well, Danielle, all of the surviving animals are now safe and out of the house, and their owner is being held here at the Woonsocket Police Department. Now, we're told that only Eyewitness News was there, as the animals were carried one by one out of the Cottage Street home. The director of the Rhode Island SPCA says they were living in some of the worst conditions he's ever seen. In total, 17 dogs, including a litter of newborn puppies, were rescued. Investigators also found adult chickens, baby chicks, and unhatched eggs in the house. A few dead chickens and a dead piglet were also removed. Animal control officers from Woonsocket, Warwick, and North Smithfield assisted the SPCA at the scene. We're told the animals are being sheltered at all of those locations. Investigators tell us the house was set to be condemned, and there was allegedly no one living inside with the animals. The conditions in the home were so terrible, it was hard for investigators to be inside for even a few minutes.
Upon our entering, the living conditions were absolutely deplorable. I mean, filthy, feces everywhere, urine, the ammonia odor from the poor air quality was horrific. We've had a handful of these cases lately, and this is probably the worst living conditions that I've seen.
And again, we're told the owner is being held here at the Woonsocket Police Department. She'll likely be charged with at least 17 counts of animal cruelty. Coming up in about 30 minutes, we'll tell you what neighbors saw happening at the house that prompted them to call 911. Reporting live outside the Woonsocket Police Department, I'm Julianne Lima, Eyewitness News. Well, Danielle, all of the animals are now safe and being held at shelters all around the state, thanks to a neighbor who called police after noticing something strange happening at the property. A bizarre sight on Cottage Street in Woonsocket Thursday evening. Neighbors tell Eyewitness News they called police when they noticed this dog jump out a second-floor window, landing on the roof of the house. But what investigators found inside was even more concerning.
Upon our entering, the living conditions were absolutely deplorable. I mean, filthy, feces everywhere, urine, the ammonia odor from the poor air quality was horrific. We've had a handful of these cases lately, and this is probably the worst living conditions that I've seen.
Only Eyewitness News was there as 17 dogs, including a litter of newborn puppies, were carried out of the house. Several adult chickens, baby chicks, and some unhatched eggs were also removed. But we're told not all of the animals survived.
We did find a number of what appeared to be deceased fowl inside the bathtub in the bathroom. They were pretty significantly decomposed, so it was difficult to get an actual number. We did seize another deceased piglet.
Investigators say the house had minimal electricity and was set to be condemned. Apparently, there was no one living inside with the animals. The conditions unfit for any life.
Not for human or animal, not at all. I mean, it was difficult even for us to be in there to try to remove the animals.
The animal's owner was arrested. We're told this may not be her first run-in with the law.
The Woonsocket Police is giving us some information that this owner has been charged in the state of Massachusetts at least once for animal cruelty. And Woonsocket Police tell us they held the owner here at police headquarters overnight as detectives work to iron out the charges. We're told she'll likely face at least 17 counts of animal cruelty. Reporting live in Woonsocket, I'm Julianne Lima, Eyewitness News.